Hello YouTube, it's US Minuteman back here again. Wanted to make a quick video. I was talking with a coworker the other day. I don't remember exactly how it started, but we started talking about guns and stuff like that. And he knows that I'm a pro-gunner, type of person. And he's the type that is kind of on the fence. He doesn't have a problem with firearms. He respects my right to want to be defended and have my own rights and have my guns and all that stuff. But I think he's the type who may not be against them, but he doesn't understand the need for like an AR-15, for example. But he's not really an anti-gunner, so he's not trying to be all like, oh, well, you shouldn't have to have this, it's too much firepower, or all that stuff. He's not doing that. And I think I tried to do my best to educate him why I believe we should own all that stuff anyway. But during the conversation, he came up and he asked me a question, which I decided I'd put on a good video on YouTube. Put my 2 cents on the web and see how it goes. And that question was, do I think they should arm teachers in schools? Now, I don't think it's a yes or no question. It's too black and white. It can't have that. So the way I see it, first of all, any teacher who can get a concealed carry license, provided they're buying or following state laws and all that stuff, I believe they should be allowed to carry inside schools. Case in point, I read an article about a female teacher. I want to say it was in Washington State, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure you can find it online. Where she wanted to carry inside her school that she taught at. And the reason was that I think it was an ex, I'm not 100% sure, but she had a stalker following her. And she was in fear of her life. Well, whoever was in charge, I'm assuming the school board or the district board or whatever, I don't know a lot about school systems, but said, no, you can't. She carries, they'll fire her or whatever. Well, tragically, that stalker ended up taking her life. And that is my biggest reason for saying they should be allowed to carry, provided they have a license. I don't think they should be allowed to carry without a license. I think they should go through that class minimally. And personally, I think they need to be trained afterwards and do more. But that's for everybody. But yeah, they have to have a concealed carry license, in my opinion, for school grounds, especially since they're around kids. But yes, I think they should be allowed to. Now, some people, it kind of went in further. Should they be taking teachers and say, oh, well, here you go, have a gun? No, you should never force anybody. Just like you shouldn't force them to take away your guns, you shouldn't force a gun upon someone. If they're not comfortable with it, if they've never shot a gun before, don't make them a line of defense for kids with a gun that they do not know how to use, do not want to use, because they will make the hesitation. They will make the wrong decisions that will get people killed. But the ones who want them, they're the ones who have an idea of what guns are about, and they're going to train with it more than likely, hopefully. Please, train with your firearms. And that creates a safe gun owner instead of it being forced upon. Now, as far as arming them for defense of the kids, I think it's a better let them carry at their discretion. Then I think it's a better to have, because most schools now have security. My high school did. I believe my middle school did. I don't think my elementary school did. But usually it's a guy or two, a couple guys kind of roaming around saying, hey, stop skipping class. That kind of thing. But I think it'd be better to have them go through, security. I know, like in the state of Oregon, there's some qualifications you have to go through to be an armed security guard. Have them do it. have them go through that, get their concealed carry license as well, and you can even have them take even more training as they need to. So, they're more knowledgeable of how to use a firearm. And I think that should be kind of the main defense as kind of a security force. And I'm not saying you should take that security officer or whoever and dress them up in security outfits and, have their guns sticking out, because you don't want the children or even the parents there to think, oh, they're under armed guard, okay? It should be concealed, in my opinion, my personal opinion, just for comfort level. But they still have the firearm, so it's kind of a win-win in my opinion. I just think it just puts tension if you have an open carry in a school. And I think every adult should be allowed to carry inside a school. I think it should be mandatory, especially in a school, to conceal it. I don't think open carry, even though I agree with open carry in certain situations, I think in a school it's just not the place for it. But concealed carry is fine, in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of my 2 cents. I think it should be, allowed, but not forced upon, especially not anybody that does not want it. So, I just think as far as defense in schools from, tragedies like we've been having recently in the last 6 months to a year, could help be averted that way. Instead of having to wait several minutes before police, possibly a security guard, security personnel, or even a teacher could stop it, in my opinion. So that's how I feel about arming teachers or security personnel in schools. If I'd like to hear what you guys think. If you agree with me, if you think, heck, every teacher should be armed, let me know. If you think no teacher should be armed, let me know. I'd love to hear your 2 cents while you're at it. Like my video, subscribe. Give me suggestions also on what other types of videos you'd like to see, what you'd like me to talk about, what topics you'd like me to talk about. Anything you'd like me to review or maybe give my 2 cents on about maybe its style of carry or, etiquette, anything like that. As far as reviews go, I'll do them when I can get my hands on a particular item. But I do want to make a list of what I want to try and do and review. And so give me some ideas, and we'll see if I can make that happen. And stay safe, carry on, and I will see you soon.